Welcome back, everybody. This is for Bova Gaming, and this is my tower. Last video, I was trying to transition into a orb devo build, and I'm kind of mixed about it because, as you can see here, in tier 7, 8, and 9, I've put some new records up on those tiers, and I think the coin increase is pretty decent, mainly because I can have a pretty decent coin amount the first 2,500 waves, and then I transition into Blender, and I'm pretty much finish up with about 75% of the coins, right? So for example, on tier 8, I'll make it about 2,500 wave 2,500 in orb devo, a little less actually, and I make around 50 billion depending on if I get the coin perks early, and then I can make another 30 billion finishing off the run, and it switches off a little bit. So I get more coins, but I've also been getting close to hitting 70 billion just on a night run on tier 8 without having to do that much. So yeah, it's an increase. It's not huge, but I know I'd like 25-30% is still pretty decent. But there's some negative sides to it, and the first part is coins, or not coins, cells. There's a little drop in cells because I don't make it to as high as a wave as I would if I start in Blender. So that hurts the cell income a little bit, and you have to pay attention because you die pretty suddenly because at some point the enemy just does more damage than your recovery can heal you, and at that point you can go down in a few waves, within a few waves, if you're not really paying attention, right? So I've had a couple of times where I start in Orb Devo and I plan to transition into Blender, but then I die before I've noticed. So I wasn't paying attention enough, and then I just die and I have to do it again. And if I die, then it's not worth it, especially if I don't get the coin perks early. So what I'm going to do is try to add the wall in there. And the biggest problem I foresee is that because the wall takes space, there's less room to trim them, and I kind of need a bigger range to make sure there's enough room for the enemies to stack up on the wall. Of course, the second concern is that the wall's not strong enough yet. I have been pumping into the wall regen lab, and I wanted to get it to 100% before I did the wall. But we have an event going on right here to get 1,200 waves without getting touched, which is very hard if you're starting in Orb Devo. But it should be a lot easier if I do it on a lower tier with a wall. So that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully from there I can see if the range, what I have to adjust the range to, and if that's still useful with the range of my black hole, because right now it's at 46, which is also because I have 6 meters here. And once I have this one, I have at least 8 meters, and I can potentially get it up even more. But I think I need a bigger black hole to make Orb Devo run with a wall. But that being said, let's unlock this. That defy, we can just max. I could have done that earlier. And then we're gonna unlock the wall right here. And then we're of course not going to max, but we are going to put some points in wall health. And as you can see, it starts at 64%, even at level 0. Also because I have been running wall health labs. So apparently wall health starts at 20%, and then my wall health lab adds another 44. And then of course we're going to put some levels in there. Let's see. We don't want to waste too much money because we still need to save some money to get the labs going for the walls. But I think we can get this pretty decently high to start with, which is nice, right? Am I going for it? I kind of want it at 100, but it's running up in price. All right, last one, 85 sounds nice. All right, so we start with 85% wall health, and then we also have quite a bit of health regen. And what I'm going to do is switch this one here up with this one. Where are you? No. There we go. Increase the wall health and regen by 1.25. And more importantly, enemies take 1% increased damage from wall thorns per subsequent hit. So I think that's going to help the trimming because first of all, my thorns is only up to level 7. So that's 6%. So that's not really going to skim the basic enemies. But it also only has a max of 20. And I run my orb devos in 34%. So there has to be an added way to skim the enemies faster, and I think this one right here is that way. But I'm gonna lose a lot of health. I'm gonna lose on defense, and I'm gonna lose on potential health regen. It's on 60 here, so I can get it to 60 here. Let's see how much I can max it, just 30. So then we're just gonna equip it and restore level here. And then max here. So yeah, we lose some health. But that's just what it is. We want health regen, we want defense. We actually definitely need defense. Then what else do we want? Is anything here significant enough? Wall health. I don't even know if that's a possibility. I don't think you can have that on. I think you need legendary, right? No, you don't. Okay, so that's interesting. So we'll do defense and regen. There we go. Let's see which one we get first. Please don't waste too much. 20% wall health, 3% defense. They just fucking hit back to back. Or not back to back, but on the same roll. That's pretty insane. All right, so I just need regen, and I'm going to do it like this. Getting the blue one shouldn't be too hard. There it is. And then we can do this and get the new one in. And then we can auto reroll to get to 60, hopefully, without spending too much. If it gets too expensive, I'll back out of it. No, that's another. I need to get that off. I already have that. Oh, this is getting so expensive. All right, I quit. No, we go for previous. So we keep the held regen. Ooh, man, that defense, 2% defense, law sucks. So now I should have everything, I suppose, in place except on the orb devo. Oh, I already have the health regen in here. So this should put me on a little more health regen. And I kind of want to bump it up a little bit more. Let's see if I can get it to 1 billion. Oh, that's going to be expensive. Yeah, I'm just going to get it to 800. 32. Yeah, it's creeping up fast. All right, also something I've noticed is this thing right here. Patch notes. Does that mean new modules? Let's see. Buckle up, pals. Our first minor update is here. Spooky little twist. So I'm guessing we're getting Halloween stuff for the guild season. And a brand new chip to earn. Ooh. That might be interesting. Summon chip makes its debut. Summons 2 enemies every second. During the summon duration, all enemies killed receive a cash bonus. That's not proper English, is it? I mean, it's not my native language, but that doesn't sound like all enemies killed receive a cash bonus. I don't understand what it does now. Battle history, which was added to the More Stats lab. Why do you put that in a lab? Normal runs, tournaments, once unlocked, it will appear on your battle menu. So you need to unlock it. That's so stupid. Why do they make it a lab? That's like what do you call it? A quality of life update, and you put it behind a lab. That's so weird. That's weird to me. Like, I think, to be honest, to me, like all the More Stats labs are like weird that they're labs to me. They should just be quality of life updates. But whatever. We've also added some additional stats to the end of the round screen. Like, you don't make a lab for that, right? Why don't you make a lab for that as well? I'm being petty. All right. Stone Pack visibility. We've added the in-game Stone Pack deals into the store. I'm not buying those anyway, so that doesn't mean much to me. Added a buy 10 more option for modules and cards. Great. I don't see a new module. The 4th module? Oh, here it is. Featuring banners. That's what I'm coming for. Restorative bonus will be featured on October 13th. And will continue until 26th. That's in 3 days. Oh, you're just going to tell me, oh, okay. That's in 3 days. So we got to save up them gems. And the 4th module will be in November 3rd, meaning we have like 3 weeks. All right, that's exciting. finally, in 3 days, we get the new featured banner. And we're almost going to be able to drop 10k gems on that. Because we do need 1800 to save for the coin event mission. All right. Well, for this one, I'm going to start in tier 2. Mainly because I need to be untouched for 1200 waves for the event mission. And I'm really wondering how it will go. So let's see. There's my beautiful wall. And my very low attack of 10 is killing motherfuckers. How's my damage 10? Yeah, it's okay. I probably could have done this. Without the wall. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try to finish this mission. I'll let you know how it goes. And if this wall's any kind of useful. If it's not, I probably transition back into Blender, at least until the holidays. That's coming up in 2 weeks. And then I'll have some more time to really get into the Orb Devo build. So I hope this was kind of